Hi everybody, this is Kristen from A Voice and a View, here to do another video. And for whoever's watching today, with all this information that I'm going to share, please go watch my last video called The Force Will Be With You. Okay, and I will put the video in the comments as well, so you can watch that one. But it's a very important video concerning energy, of your energy, and understanding it for your protection. So today's healing lesson is called May the Force Be with the Force. It's kind of like an extension of like I just said, my last video. And it's kind of crazy because I didn't even expect to wear blue today, and here I am wearing blue. And when I was trying to think of a video to do today, and I was thinking about yesterday's video, and Spirit came in, and I call Spirit God. Spirit came in and talked to me about doing a video for law enforcement, for the men in blue. Oh, here comes the light. That's a confirmation, guys. Whoa. Oh, it's coming in. Okay, I gotta put down that Spirit confirmation. I gotta adjust my lighting here so you can see me. Okay, that's better. Oh, and I just saw a hawk fly by where I'm at. That's another confirmation, a spirit animal of mine. So what I'm going to talk to you all about today, for all the men in blue out there, for our law enforcement, the 3-letter agencies, and many of you might not understand the information that I'm going to explain today, but I want you to have an open mind. And even if you don't agree with a lot of what I say, some of my information will help you, because it's well known. But other information will be, shocking. It'll be you'll be unaware of it. Okay, I gotta turn my heat down. So first of all, I want to thank you all for your service. Thank you for putting yourself out there every day to protect the public and putting your lives on the line for all of our safety. And it's very appreciated, and especially now, because there's so much going on in the world, so much going on everywhere around us all, and we all see it. And if you don't understand what's happening, we are in spiritual warfare. Okay? This is a spiritual war between good and evil. And if you're not aware of that fact, take a look around you. Take a look at the people that are changing around you. People that you used to know are different. There's a reason for that. We are in unconventional war. And many understand what I'm talking about, but many others don't. So I'm here to try to explain things a little bit to you. I gotta roll my window down now to get some air, because it's getting warm in here. And please watch my video all the way through. Some of my information might really click for you and might help you. And it might lead you to other videos that I have posted on my page. But in every video, I talk about healing. Okay, all my videos are talking about healing energy, and protective energy. And this is very important, not just for everybody, but especially for law enforcement, because you are working every day with dark energies. Okay? And I've said many times that we all have an energy signature to us. Whether you believe that or not, we do. And a lot of times you can feel it on people. If they're holding a lot of dark energy, you know, through the choices that they have made, or the way they're feeling, you know, there could be so many different reasons. They could have attachments through addictions, but a lot of times you can feel energies when you're around certain people. You know, that's your intuition talking. That's God. That's God trying to communicate to you that there's a reason you're feeling the way you're feeling. Okay, but everybody has an energy signature. And some are more dark and some are more of the light. And when you are working every day to protect the public, oh, some wind is coming in. But when you're working every day to protect the public, you are working with more dark energies. And those dark energies can attach to you. So I'll leave that there for a second, but all of my videos talk about healing, talk about God, and how God is source energy. Okay, and you may look at God as in a different way. You may see God as somewhere outside of yourself, you know, like a lot of people do. But through my experience, through my healing journey, through the things that I've done, and I grew up Catholic for 9 years. I went to a Catholic school from 8th grade, or from kindergarten to 8th grade. And I never connected with the church. I didn't understand why. But I always believed in God. I just didn't connect through the church. So I understand about religion, and I understand about those beliefs. But through my healing journey that I didn't realize that I was taking, God was waking me up to understand what God really is. You know, God is source, the inner flame within you. God is all energy, and everything is energy. Everything you come in contact with is energy and energy exchange. And through my healing journey of understanding about energy and how to clear my energy, about how to open up your chakras and balance your energy out within your body. There's 7 chakras. Please look this information up because it's really going to help you. Opening your chakras and balancing them out. The more you do this healing work, where you go inside yourself and you heal those wounds, that trauma that you've experienced in your life, okay? You go into those traumatic experiences, see the wound, feel through it, cry it out, whatever you got to do, and release it. And, you know, to not hold on and disregard those feelings, all of that negative energy within you. Okay, because the more you hold, the more energy you hold within yourself that's negative, it's going to affect everything in your life. Okay? But the more you go in and heal yourself, the more things are going to change in your world, with your family, with your job, with your outlook on life, with your emotions, with your behavior, with your control of your body and yourself, your emotions. Okay? And so many think that, if men cry, that it's, that you're not a man, that you're less than, that you're supposed to be strong and, for everybody else. Well, what I have found is that it is the total opposite. Okay? The only way to get all that negative energy out of you is to cry it out, is to feel through it and not avoid it. Okay? Because like I said, everything is energy. And the more you get rid of the dark energy off of you, the more positive energy comes through you. Okay, and a lot of people that do yoga and spiritual work, a lot of people in these fields, Reiki, there's so many different kinds of healing within this spirituality movement that understand this. They understand about meditation, which is so important in your healing journey. To understand about meditation. Because when you realize that God is not somewhere outside of you, God is within you, because you are a child of God, and God is the great magician. He created everything here, and you are a child of God, and you have abilities like God does. You have the Force, is what I talk about in the Star Wars movie. So please go watch that video that I posted yesterday, that I will also put in the comments again. Like I said at the beginning of the video. But God is not somewhere outside of you. And the more you do this work, the more you heal yourself from the inside out and open up your chakras, balance them out, understand about meditation, God is going to work through you. You are going to be sent information. Okay, your eyes are going to open. You're going to start seeing from a higher view of things that are going on around you. You're going to be shown information. Things are going to be revealed to you. God will reveal it. God will reveal what you need to see. For those with the eyes to see and the ears to hear. Okay, God will send information to you. And this will help you in your job. This will help in every way. It will help your intuition. It will help, well, intuition is God. That first thought that comes into your head, that's God. God is sending you a message to show you the right way to go on your path. And you need to listen to it. It's very important. There's so many things that will wake you up during this process of healing. And God will work through you. But it's very important that you protect your energy. And this is for everybody. To realize that you have energy and you need to protect it. But especially for law enforcement, especially for people in the public who are putting themselves at risk every day, that could be harmed. There's confirmation, guys. The wind is just coming in. And Spirit will send in confirmations. Spirit sends me confirmations all the time when there's information that He wants you to know. Horn beeping, dings going off on your phone. Animals or birds flying by me. God works in mysterious ways, but He sends me confirmations through the natural world, because God is nature. God is everywhere in nature, and He works through the animals. He works through everything. But you have to realize that you are a powerful being of God, okay? Doing good for humanity. And there's a reason why you are a law enforcement officer. Something happened to you in your childhood or somewhere in your life that inspired you to be the man in uniform, whatever position that might be, where you hold authority. Okay? Something inspired you to be that person, to help others, to help protect others. And so I want you to remember that moment. And I want you to look back on that moment and see where you started and where you are now. And your feelings about your job. Are they more in the dark or are they more in the light? Because we all have dark and light. You have to have a balance of both. And we all have it. Everything is balance. God is light. You know, the devil is more the dark, or is the dark. But through this healing journey, when you are in the lower chakras, okay, and like I've said before, you open your chakras and balance them out. When you are in the lower chakras, in the root chakra, sacral chakra, solar, I always do that. Solar plexus chakra, okay, when you're in the lower chakras, which is devil energy, sometimes you can be spiritually attacked. Well, you can get attachments from negative energy. And that's why I do my videos, for so many to wake up, because when you do this work, when you do this healing work, you go through the darker energy and work your way up through the heart energies and the other chakras. Okay? And the more you do this, the more it will help protect you. Because you will move through the negative energies and move into the positive energies. And when you start moving through the heart chakra and upward, okay, in your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your third eye chakra, your crown chakra, you're gonna start to wake up. You're gonna start to see information. You're going to start to have this strong connection with God, and this will help protect you. Okay? Because the more information that you learn through God, okay, through this spiritual awareness, the more it's going to help protect you. Okay? And that's why I'm doing this specific video for law enforcement. Because again, we are in spiritual warfare. And people are changing right in front of our eyes. Could be family, could be friends, could be people you've known your whole life. You might not understand why people are changing and who have done things to you that you couldn't even imagine. Okay? In my world as well, guys. We are in spiritual warfare. This is a totally different kind of war that we are in. And police officers and people in uniform need to be aware. Because once you become aware of this information, it's going to help protect you. You've got to have a balance of energy. And if you don't believe in God, you've got to have a balance between spirit and here down on the earth plane. Okay? You got to have a balance of both, because we all are both. We are all light and dark energy, because one can't work without the other. But if you don't believe in God and you don't have that connection, you're unbalanced, and you can be attacked. You can be spiritually attacked. Those darker energies can attach to you. So it's so important that you learn this information. And even if you don't believe it, once you become aware of it, it's going to make a huge difference in your life, whether you understand that or not. because you'll be surprised on the power of a seed and how fast it can grow from just hearing information. Awareness is key. And you'll start seeing other information as well pop up on your phone, in your outside world. You'll start looking at everything differently, because everything is energy, an energy exchange. So I wanted to mention a few things that you can do to help protect yourself. Okay. So I've already mentioned about opening and balancing your chakras out. You can learn on YouTube and other social media sites. Meditation, so important. So important to learn about meditation, okay? Ask God for help. Give it all to God. If you're in a tough situation, if you are struggling in this field, ask God for help. Give it all to Him. Ask Him to guide you and protect you every day. And try to do it twice a day at least. Ask forgiveness. Okay? Through this healing process, we have to learn to not only forgive others, but forgive ourselves. Because, like I said, we all have dark and light energy. From our choices, from our, whatever. But you have to balance your energy out. And we have to forgive ourselves. And move forward and release that dark energy off of us, okay? You have to release it off of you. Because if you don't, you're going to carry it around, and it's going to change everything in your life, and it's going to domino effect with not only your job, but your families. Okay? So, clear your energy every day. Not only before you go to work, but before you walk in your house. Okay, clear your energy. Say, I am clearing my energy. And imagine a white light of protection going through your body. Okay, and then release out your mouth dark energy. The power of the mind, guys, I'm telling you. It's incredible. But imagine that white light coming up through your body, clearing all that dark energy and releasing it out your mouth. Okay? And just imagine it. Because your mind is very powerful. We only use around 10% of our brain, guys. So, which is another big revelation here. You have a lot of power that you don't realize. We are children of God. We have abilities. The power of the mind. We just have to wake up to that fact. This is all about learning that you have God's abilities. But you have to wake up to that fact. But you also have to respect that fact and do the right things with it. But, yeah, and not to use it for dark purposes, guys. But clear your energy every day and do it twice a day. Try to do it as often as possible. But do it before you walk into your house, okay? Because that dark energy that attaches to you from other people and situations will follow you into your home and be around your families and can affect your family members. So please do this. Also, open up your doors in your house and windows, clear out the negative energy. And you can use sage, Palo Santo, burn it in your house and clear your energy in your house. Okay? Very important. Be in nature. Be in nature as much as possible. Be around your pets. Take an Epsom salt bath. It's important to ground in nature. if you can do it as much as possible. And it's really hard to do in the winter, and I get it. But I try to do it once a day. Sometimes it doesn't happen like that, but I try to do it once a day. And I literally clear the snow and put my feet directly on the ground. Okay, this will help with your healing process. It will help with your nervous system, your anxiety, all of those negative energies that you accumulate in your body from all the dark energies that you are around every day in your job. It will help suck that out of your body. It will help clear your negative energy off of you. Okay, clear the shadows off of you. This is very important. And if you can't ground on the earth, be in a tub. Put some Epsom salts in there and be in a tub full of water. Because water is cleansing. Water is God. Water is alive, guys. Just like the earth is alive. God works in the natural world. But taking a shower, and I'm going to I've done this partially, but I just saw something earlier today about, when you take showers, imagine you releasing all of that negative energy off of you, okay? And do it from head to toe. And imagine that negative energy going down into the tub and into the drain. Okay, the power of the mind is amazing. You are powerful. God is powerful, and He gives you these things to do to help you. But, and society looks at men taking baths like, that's a girly thing. No, it's important that you do this. And I do this, But I know other men that have done this. Put some water in a tub, put some Epsom salts in there, and soak in the tub. Okay? This will help you. It's so relaxing, calming, and you need these things to help get that off of you. Get all those negative energies off of you to help you relax and not be so anxious and, upset. And guys, I'm sure you, men and women, but I know you see some crazy things every day. I know you are around a lot of negative energy, and the memories that you have from the situations that you've dealt with. And that's why it is so important for you to do this healing work to get a lot of that off of you. Because you'd be amazed on what God can heal. And let me tell you guys, I've been through it my whole life. I've had near-death experiences. I've been in car accidents. I've had people attacking me in the spirit. Spiritual attacks, guys. You need to know this information to help you. Because when you are at a low frequency, and everything is frequency and vibration, guys. Everything is energy. God, and the lower energies, everything is energy. And once you realize that you don't have to accumulate all of that negative and keep it on you, you can release it. And you'd be amazed on how much you can handle. All of that negative, everything that you see every day. You're going to be amazed on how much you can handle. And you're going to be amazed at how much you're not going to carry within you when you realize the things that you can do to release this negative energy off of you to help you in your everyday lives, not just on the job, but in your family life, with your children, being in your home, like I've said, burn sage, anything that reminds you of something negative, get rid of it. Doesn't matter if it's furniture or paperwork, if there's anything negative that reminds you of somebody that is upsetting you or whatever, get rid of it. Because energy attaches to everything. You'd be amazed, guys. Men and women, you'd be amazed. I don't want to leave our, women in blue out here. But There's so many things that you can do to release all of that negative energy off of you. You know, even hugging a tree, like I've said so many times, everything is energy. The natural world is out there to help you. Drink lots of water. You know, stay hydrated. And I've been trying to do this more lately as well. Okay? Water is alive. Water is God. Also, bless your food, bless your drinks. Very important. Because when you do that, it changes the frequency of what you put in your mouth. Okay? That's very important. Everything is frequency and vibration. Everything has a frequency. And through this healing work that you do, you're going to raise your frequency. It's like changing a radio station. Okay? From being at a low vibration to a higher one. Through having a relationship with God. Where God is inside of you, working through you, and not somewhere separate. Okay? God is everywhere. But mainly, God is within you. Another thing you can do is take fluoride out of your water and toothpaste. And I know this is controversial, guys, but please do some research on it. Because through my experience, it changed my world. I started having amazing experiences. Because what it does is it decalcifies your pineal gland. It's your Wi-Fi connection to God. You're going to start being sent information. You're going to start having a connection with the outside world that you never knew was there. This stuff's real, guys. It's so real. And like I said, the video I did yesterday is called The Force. Through the Star Wars movie. That internal flame and the Force is within you. And it's so important to realize the power you have within yourself to change not only yourself, but the world around you. And everything you do to heal yourself within will change your outside world. Everything will start changing. Okay? Trying to think of anything else that I wanted to add in this video. Just know that right now there's so much happening in the world and with law enforcement and taking care of everything going on. I see it. I know others see it. But if you don't understand the spiritual connection to what is happening in the outside world, you know, you're not gonna, you're not only not going to be aware of it, but you're also going to have less protection. Because you have to have that connection with God and for that protection. Okay, if you don't have a connection with God, you're not going to be protected. You're kind of doing it on your own down here, by yourself. If you have a spiritual connection with God, the Holy Spirit, you're going to get protection on your life. And let me tell you guys, I've had some supernatural things happen in my life for protection. Okay, because I've done the work. This has taken me over 10 years. This work, it's so important, and it takes a while. It takes time. But God shows me every day what I need to see. Because I can see from a higher view now. I can, it's kind of like the Force. Like the Star Wars movie. The Force, God's source energy. Because everything is energy. It's the Force within you. May the Force be with you. Okay? But without God's protection and that connection, You're winging it down here. And you need protection now more than ever. With everything going on in the world, with you all putting your lives on the line for people that are changing in the spirit. Because we are not the body. We are the spirit, the soul. You know, people wear masks to your face, but they might be something else in the spirit. They might be hiding behind a mask. Like I mentioned about Darth Vader taking off his mask at the end. He takes off his mask. You know, he's a dark energy, a dark force when he has the mask on, but when he takes it off, all of a sudden, he's a loving energy. He is realizing that he loves his son Luke. And I said this in the video yesterday. Darth Vader says, "Luke, I am your father." One of the best lines in the movie. One of my favorite movies. But it's so important to understand about the masks people wear. They could be one way to you and totally opposite in the spirit. This is a spiritual war, guys. Spiritual warfare. Very important to understand that. And the main reason, like I said, why I'm doing this video is to help protect you. And to help give you this information to help protect you. I understand this information, and I have been shown this information for, like I said, over 10 years. It's taken me a long time to wake up. And God has shown me the truth of who He is and what this process does. And it's helped protect me in every way but loose, guys. I mean, seriously. You guys have no idea what I deal with on a daily basis. And I've mentioned this in one of my first videos that I did on my page, that I'm an earth angel. And that may be shocking information to you, but I did mention it in one of my first videos that I did. And I didn't believe it my whole life, up until about the last year. Well, I wouldn't say that long, probably 8-9 months. Because I had to learn who I was in the spirit. I had no idea. I had no idea who I was my whole life. I didn't have that spiritual connection that I understood. I knew I believed in God. I just didn't understand why I didn't have a connection with God like I should have. But when I had a miracle moment happen to me years ago, when I was sitting on the beach, sitting on a log, going through the dark night of the soul, which is a devastating moment that happens to you where your whole, everything shuts down. Your emotions, your heart just breaks. And that's what I was going through. I was watching a sunrise, and I was concentrating on the red sun coming up. And I was, basically saying, come out of the clouds, the sun was hiding, but it was dark red. And when I was focusing on the sun, it came out, and all of a sudden an eye opened, and then another eye, and then a nose, and then a mouth. And the eyes were of fire. And it was a 3D image, and it was looking right at me. And I was the only one on the beach. I was looking around to see if there was anybody there to see what I was seeing, and nobody was there. But it was God. God showed me His face. And I was in shock, and I was staring at this face staring at me, and it was like we were telepathically speaking, and he was looking through my soul. And I knew what was happening. And I remember thinking to myself, I can do better, because I was going through a really hard time, and I wasn't happy with myself and my life and my decisions. So I said I can do better. And my life changed after that. And I started being obsessed with information. Everything changed in my world. And I started waking up. Started waking up to the world around me and what it actually was. And what God really is. And finding my connection. And through this great awakening journey that everybody is going on, whether you realize it or not, we're going through this ascension journey. We are going from darkness to light. And we are in transition. We have already changed over into the age of Aquarius. So we are in transition, okay, and adjusting to the light of the good, you know, of God. But we're at a crazy time right now because everything is being revealed to us. All the lies are coming to light. All the people are being revealed to us, and who people are actually are in the spirit. Okay, who's wearing masks and who's not. Spiritual warfare. But I am an earth angel. And I am here to help you understand about what's going on right now in your outside world. And to help you understand that there are many others. There are many others in the light. There are many other earth angels here, helping with this process to help everyone ascend to a higher frequency, to transition. And this information is very important and will be very beneficial to you and to others that are helping protect the public, to all law enforcement and 3-letter agencies. Many working in the light. You know, there's the truth seekers, the light workers. There's so many helping. And so many understand this is going on. But many are not aware. So, whether you believe me or not, that I'm an earth angel, this information will help protect you. And it's so very important that you do this process, that you start healing yourself from the inside out on these things that I'm mentioning, to help heal yourself, and especially to help protect yourself from all the dark energies that you are experiencing every single day. So that's my video today, guys. And please watch my other videos to learn more information. I think I've been doing videos for about 8 or 9 months. It might be longer than that, but it's helpful information. And I am being my authentic self here. Authenticity is the highest frequency you can be on. And then there's the truth. You know, or authenticity is the first, love is the second. Stay in a loving energy. Learn to control your behaviors. Learn to control your emotions. And you can do all this, especially with meditation. It will help you in your job. It will help you in every way of your life. But I'm here to help you on your journey to transition and to help you through this great awakening journey, to help you wake up, to know who you are, and to understand this information that will protect you. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope this information helps you in your everyday lives. And again, I want to thank you for your service to help protect the public, and really appreciate you all. I know what you all go through every day, and it's an amazing thing what you're doing and how you put your life on the line every single day for all of us. I see you, and I know a lot of others see you. But if you are not being told that you're appreciated, you are being appreciated more than you know. So this is Kristen from A Voice and a View. And may the force be with the force. Love you all. This is Kristen from A Voice and a View. Have a great day. Bye.